Welcome to Wombat Watch. I am Johnny Walker Red.
I'm Raymond the Chief Rodriguez.
Or you can call me the King.
God damn it, guys! It's gonna be a ruthless year. So, well, season's over. As you can see, John won, which we're all upset with, and he's not gonna let us live it down for a whole year.
RJ, let's be honest. We all knew at the very beginning of the year I was going to take home this trophy. We all knew it.
So, like I had said before, I'm just letting him borrow the trophy because I didn't want any back-to-backs, any hard feelings. So I didn't want any back-to-back wins. So I figured I'd let him borrow it this season, and I'll come get it back next season.
You know what? I think it's too big of a goal to shoot for a dynasty currently. That's 3 straight championships. I'm just gonna go for back-to-back. So we'll hit back-to-back, see how it's feeling. Like maybe this relationship's going somewhere, and then bam, jump into the three-peat. So, sounds good to me.
Well, John, let's talk about our last week, our final championship week. Of course, we had Star Vision coming in at 9, Lost Boys coming in at 10, so they didn't even get a chance to play.
Wait, who?
Yeah, I read it on here. I didn't know who that was.
You saw it on the app?
Yeah, I saw it on the app. I didn't know they were playing.
There's 10 of us?
Yeah, there were, apparently.
Yeah, Todd. Todd played, yeah.
Yeah, who did...
I don't know the other guy.
I can't remember. I can see his name, but I could never spell it right.
I seem to remember somebody saying glorious comeback, and
it didn't happen. It's okay, Gowan. We still love you.
Gowan with an E?
Yeah, I think so. But for our 7th place game, from the consolation games, we had Josh the King versus No Name 7.
Yep.
Trent versus Raph. Trent comes in with the win, 74.38 to Raph's 54.06. So that puts that puts Josh the King at 7th place and No Name 7 at 8th place. So you're gonna have to change that name, Raph. No Name 8, okay?
No Name 8. That's so crazy because Trent was right up there. He was one of the front runners to try and get a actual playoff position. He was right there, so close, but yet so far away. Ends up right in 7th place. That's probably the worst thing that could happen to a guy. I'm sorry, man.
And then for our 5th place game, the household game.
We
had Third Strings versus the Running Back Reapers. It looks like Shane gets to be the one that talks all that smack for what it's worth in a consolation game.
Shane, you wear the pants in the house and you wear them proudly.
Third Strings coming in 99.42 points to Running Back Reapers 83.84 points.
Not too bad.
So, actually, I will say this, the consolation games, they were pretty low scoring.
Yeah, they really were, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that everything just kind of fizzled out right there at the end.
Yeah, I don't know, I think... I do think that it was a matter of just like, we're last, why try type of deal.
Yeah, for sure.
It seems like they tried. It's not yours yet, don't touch it.
No. My apologies.
For our 3rd place game, we had What Are You Doing, Step Burrows and Waffle Stompers.
Yes, sir.
I ended up taking it over Will, 112.18 versus 76.12.
Yep.
You know what? I kind of wish that I would have had that type of performance out of my players last week when so I could have beat Esther.
And so you could have lost.
Yeah, I still think I probably still would have lost.
Yeah.
Because, you got, 30 more points than me? Yeah, it was bad. So, our 3rd place, of course, is going to be myself. 4th place is going to be Will. Good game, Will.
I got to say, I do feel for you a little bit, RJ. I got to say, I do feel for you a little bit, RJ, because it was this same time last year that you had just knocked me into the bracket for the losers, and I too was fighting for my 3rd place spot. Ended up winning, beating Trent, I believe. No, it was Gowan. I beat Gowan. I beat out Gowan to take 3rd place and put him in 4th.
Yeah.
So I understand how you're feeling right now, and I do think you deserve it.
Yeah, we did the old flippity flop there.
Yeah, we did flippity flop.
So, yeah, speaking of that flippity flop,
next year, me and RJ championship game.
Speaking of the flippity flop, I took the third, which means John obviously took the first. Our first place game, Coup de Grace versus Threat Level Midnight. John coming in with the win, 148.30 over 76.78. Gibbs just didn't do it for you like he did for me last year.
He did not.
In that final game. That was a nightmare of a game.
Yeah. I will say, my score currently for this season is the most points scored by a team. So, she was up against some tough competition. Tiger Blood, Esther Garner, Threat Level Midnight. She clawed her way up to the top of the mountain and just couldn't hold on. I will say, you know what? To both William and Esther, what an achievement. You guys just started this league. William, you've obviously played before, and Esther's had a little bit of experience before, but for you guys both to make it to the top of the league, very impressive. Well done.
You beat a lot of the vets, so
you did. A lot of tough teams. Last year, Shane's team was really, really good, and it seemed like he was going to take the championship. RJ whooped his ass.
I did.
And you know, so like it is tough to come in here with a bunch of veterans who know how each other drafts and they know the little quirks about each other a little bit. And you guys came in and you made a statement.
Yeah, it was a good season. You guys kept up with it, performed well.
Yeah.
Come in second and fourth. Kind of wish it was third and fourth, but you know, Esther dominated. It's like she beat my ass. That second to last week.
She did get you. She got you good.
Yeah, it's been a good season.
I'm going to say it. I predicted that, though, too.
Yeah.
I did say Esther's going to get into the playoffs. She's going to beat RJ, and I'm going to take the championship.
Normally we just don't...
Nostradamus.
We don't listen to it because it's just
shit.
John talking shit as he does.
Patting that
but
shit.
This time he was right.
Put it on a t-shirt. Nostradamus right here. How are you guys?
Well... Anything you would have done different this season, John?
No.
Not
really. I'm very happy with how this season turned out.
Yeah, you know, being number one, you can't really complain, but
you can't.
You had to have picked up somebody that you're like, man, why did I do that anyways?
I don't think there was almost anybody. Oh, dude, you're right. Lamar Jackson.
That's what I was waiting for.
Oh my gosh, man. I watched him lead Shane to a championship game, and I was like really jealous. I was like, man, that's what I need. That's what I need on my team. That's what will propel me to the top. And I was wrong. I'm pretty sure he lost me my 2 games that I lost this season. So I'm pretty sure it was all Lamar Jackson's fault. And he's voodoo. Don't pick him up.
I think I would not have picked up Jamar Chase in the first round. Don't get me wrong, it was a good pick overall. I'm glad I had him, but I think he did maybe 3 or 4 good games for me. Other than that, it was an average player. Yeah,
you really got to watch out for those players that have a breakout season. They're doing absolutely the best in the league, and then next year they regress. So they can't keep that pace up forever. It's Saquon Barkley, right? And that's why I didn't take Saquon this year, is because I knew, I was like, that was a record pace for a running back. He's not going to be able to do that again. He's not going to be able to get the same production. I'm not touching him.
Yeah.
And I will say he did pretty well.
He did. He did do good.
Not as good as last year.
Oh, man. Yeah, I think there were some players that I've dropped that, especially on the tight end aspect, that just weren't doing it for me, and then as soon as I drop them, they pick it right back up. And
that seemed to be the major weakness in your team this year, was the tight end position.
And Jake Elliott towards the end there.
And the one game where your kicker was really bad.
Missed 3 in a row. I'm blaming him for my loss against Esther.
Hey, you know
this is one of those I can really say, like, it was a team effort to get that loss, but I need something to blame, and it's going to be Jake Elliott.
I mean,
Esther had a thing against kickers, and
the luck had to go into her realm eventually with kickers, right? Her kicker against me scored 16 points, and like it kind of scared me for a second. I was like, oh no.
And then you had Bijan pop off.
Derrick Henry first.
Yeah, Derrick Henry killed,
45 points, RJ.
Derrick Henry dropped Esther, and then Bijan closed the coffin.
I, so far, have played, 32 fantasy games total in this league. And I've never had a player hit 40 points. For that to be the case in my championship game, chef's kiss. Perfect.
Really just the perfect way to top it off.
Dude, I was so excited. RJ was here when the game was happening, and I was freaking out. I lost my mind. My wife looked at me, and she was just like,
oh. I've never seen this side of it before.
What is happening? I was so pumped about Derrick Henry. That was fantastic.
He just kept going. I felt so bad for Esther. I felt so bad.
And then the game finally ended, and I was like, wow. On top of the Lions not doing very well.
Yeah. I think that's what really got it. I don't think with Henry and Robinson having the days that they both did.
Yeah.
Both over 30 points.
Yeah.
I don't think there was any way she was going to make a comeback, but you know what? I think she would have had a lot closer of a gap than what?
70
points, yeah.
It was 70 some odd points.
Yeah,
it was not
points.
The record spread, which I also hold in this season. But it was 70 points, which is crazy. That's just the points that those two players grabbed. That's just them. So it was
I did like that
honorable attempt, honestly.
I did like that mine and Will's game ended on Sunday.
Dude, waiting for the Monday night game to end, I was just like, come on. They do say that it takes skill to get your team to the playoffs in fantasy football. And then to win a championship, it takes luck. So I wouldn't feel too bad about losing in the playoffs at all, because sometimes things just don't go your way.
Yeah. We were looking up, I was looking at all the names on the trophy earlier, and I have won this league 33% of the time. This is our 10th year that we've had this league going.
We got an anniversary championship.
John got the anniversary championship.
Yeah, that's
I'm
me.
a little upset about that. But you know what? I remember starting this league 10 years ago, working at Radio Shack with Shane.
Yeah.
And we were like, dude, let's try it. Let's give it a go. Started as, I think, a 4-man league with just the guys we worked with. And then it ultimately progressed to a 10, and maybe it'll grow more. We'll see.
I'm hoping so. Like I said, we've got 2 more guys that want to play, and I think that would be pretty interesting. You wouldn't see teams like I had this year, right? You wouldn't have that super high-powered team that's going to score 100 points every single week. Like, that's crazy, right?
Yeah, so maybe next year it'll be different. I know we've talked about a couple things already that might be changing here. We want to kind of experiment with, like the terrible year we did IDPs. That was a bad time.
I'm glad I was not there for that.
Yeah, we did that.
That sounds
so
awful.
Tried it. It didn't work. We moved on. So we try some different stuff this year. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. We don't have a whole lot more to talk about, but I would also, RJ, like to talk about some of the vote ideas that I kind of threw out in the group chat, if we may.
Okay.
So let's talk about PPR. That was Williams' gripe about the league this year. He seems to be more interested in a PPR league, which is, if you don't know, you get a point every time that your receiver usually or running back catches the ball. They catch the ball, they get a point, right? Doesn't matter how far forward or behind they are, the line of scrimmage, they get a point for that.
Yeah, see, my take on that is, you can get a running back that you get a quarterback who's scrambling. You got to get rid of the ball. You throw it to your running back behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
They get a point, but they lost yards.
Right.
That's my issue with it.
So you're still getting positive
points. You're getting positive points for a negative
plays. Right.
So
my problem with that is you're incentivizing somebody to draft a player that gets dump offs, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think that's a cool way to play, because just because somebody catches a ball doesn't mean they had an impact on the game. And I don't think they should get points for doing the bare minimum that a receiver is supposed to do, which is catch the ball. I think they should get rewarded for yards after the catch. And I think they should get rewarded for monster grabs when it's a 60-yard pass down the field.
Yeah.
You know? So personally, I'm against the PPR, but I would leave the vote up to you guys.
Majority vote. That's the thing, is it's all going to be a majority vote.
Whenever Shane wants to propose new rulings.
So it might be closer to the beginning of the new season. It might be, here in a couple weeks, whenever Shane decides that he wants to take those votes, we'll take the votes. But
but we'll definitely talk about it at some point again.
Yeah.
For sure. Let's go on to the one that you said you would support, which is draft pick trading.
Oh, I would love that.
That sounds awesome to me.
Yeah, I would love that.
Because then you get a team like Gowan's this year that did not do very well, right? And I think at some point he probably realized, like, this is a sinking ship. I need to get off, right? So he could have took Derrick Henry, which he had, and traded to me for 2 other players instead. He could have took that and took like a second-round draft pick from me in trade, and it would have been acceptable, right? So I'm not sure 100% how the draft picks work. I think you have to trade a higher pick for a lower pick or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. But we could definitely look into that. And I think doing the draft pick trades gives you an opportunity to prepare for next season.
Yeah,
at least that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I'd be down with that, with draft pick trades. I think that would make it more interesting.
I think
and I gotta say this from experience, having that number 1 pick in the draft is not as good as it seems.
It's kind of
it sucked.
It's kind of hard, man. Like, because then you got to watch all the good players fly off the board.
You get your first good player,
yeah,
and then you're just sitting there watching everybody pick everybody else for another 20 turns.
Yeah,
granted, you get to go twice.
You do get the opportunity to pick the player that you think is the best player in the league.
Yeah.
So there is that. But I think, like, a team that's never won the playoffs, you can trade your draft picks in exchange for strong players so that you can make a push to the playoffs. Yeah, you sold your next season, and you sold your soul. You sold your soul to the devil. But you sold it so that you could have an attempt at winning a championship that year.
Yes.
And I think that is an interesting concept. It adds more strategy. It adds more wheeling and dealing. I like the trade aspect of this game. I think anybody can tell you I've hit everybody up for a trade at some point.
And I will say I think we've made more trades this year than any other year I've seen. Like, we were constantly pushing trades, and everybody was kind of going for it.
For sure.
And so I know I got hit with the couple that was like, yeah, this is a really good idea, Esther. And then Dobbs did nothing for me. But at the time, it was a good trade.
All right, and I know we did tell people to go out and trade. Let's explain the difference between trading and colluding. And I'm not trying to pick fun at you. I'm trying to educate. So you can't trade the same players back and forth to each other in hopes that the matchup is good for one person over the other. You can't do that. That's collusion.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
We saw that this year.
You can't do that. Like, if you're going to trade a player, maybe twice is like the limit there before it's collusion. If you trade them like 4 times, like what we saw, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt for sure. But let's be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was collusion.
I definitely think draft pick trades, good thing for us.
And you know what? Maybe a live draft. That'd be...
Oh, we'll talk about that in a second. The last proposition for a rule change that I want to bring up is FAB, right? FAAB. It's Fantasy Acquisition Asset. I never know what the B stands for.
Nobody does.
Anyways, so you get a fantasy budget, right? $1,000, like in the real NFL, right? Like you have a salary cap. You spend that money bidding on waiver wire players instead of using the draft order.
Yeah, the waiver order.
The waiver order
Yeah.
pickup.
So yeah, the waiver order would be gone. It would be a bidding war for somebody that would technically be on the waiver.
Right, and you could blow all of your money. You could blow some of your money. Like, it's up to you. And my only example for such is when Esther dropped Puka Nacua.
Oh my god! No, it was an accident.
I remember her saying it was an accident. Again,
Even though you have to confirm it.
like through 3 screens. No, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt there for sure. But when Puka Nacua got dropped, everybody tried to pick up Puka Nacua.
Yep.
Regardless of their waiver wire position, everybody tried to pick him up. Now imagine that situation, but it goes to the highest bidder.
Yeah, so it's not like John ended up being the highest on the waiver, so we got to pick him up. It would be like, I have $200 more than John.
And I can throw it in on there, and I'm going to spend all of it. And you can still pick up players for free after the waiver period, right? You can still take them for free. You can still do a $0 bid.
Yeah, you're not paying for everybody. You're just paying for those big ones that everybody wants.
What do you value that player at that specific point in time that you think that somebody else is going to try and outbid you?
Yeah.
Right? It's a bidding war, and I think it adds more strategy again, and it makes it more fun, right? I think it's pretty awesome.
I think I'd be willing to give it a go. Maybe it goes back to to the IDPs, but
no, we're not doing that.
Maybe we try it for a year. We don't like it.
Then we could change back.
But it's worth a try.
I think it would be an excellent addition, and I'm definitely down for it if you guys are willing to try. But like, think about it. If I don't pick up Puka Nacua, I probably don't make a championship run.
Yeah. Thanks, Esther.
I still had Njigba, and he was arguably the best receiver in the league this year. So I had some spike games from Puka that gave me some wins, for sure. And you could have bid me. You could have outbid me for him if you had Fab. But we don't do that here. So we should.
Yeah.
Sounds like a fun time, doesn't it?
It kind of does.
All right. Let's talk about the live draft that we have in our mind. Like I said, I've said this on camera before. I'll buy a kit for it, right?
I think it'd be fun.
That would be so much fun. We all show up. We still do our time limits for picking players, but like we each go up one at a time, pick a sticker, put it up on the board. Like, what is more fun than that, man? Like, we're all there. We can all harass each other. You know, I think that would be such a good time.
I think it'd be a great time. I think just getting everybody together and doing this would be fun.
And maybe like I'm overstepping, but my thought immediately was Shane and Emily have the perfect house for this.
They do.
They have the perfect setup where we could do a draft there. Everybody could have a good time, have a couple drinks, hang out, you know. Like, it would be fantastic. It would be so fun.
Yeah, we're going to be using your shop.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So we're just going to show up. So.
But my main concern with this whole entire thing is, like, we need to set a date. We need to set a date as soon as possible so people can actually request a day off so that they can do that.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good time. I think it'd be really fun. I think it would kind of add a little bit of how would I say? I think it would add a little more of a closeness.
Yeah, it'd definitely get us all more involved with each other. Like, we know each other a little bit better that way. Like, I've only ever talked to Gowan through a screen. And I feel like I've just talked shit to him like the whole entire time. You know, like, I'm interested in meeting you guys. Like, you guys are a big part of my year now.
Yeah.
and I have a lot of fun with you guys. So, like, to put names to faces, that sounds like a good time.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun. I think it's something everybody should consider because we've got time now to figure it out. We can order the kits. We can get everything coming. Everybody buy a thing of beer. We'll go. We'll have a good time.
We'll drink some booze and fucking draft some football players, man. What's more American than that, guys?
Right.
What's more American.
That's the American dream.
That is the dream, and it is. That sounds fantastic to me. Speaking of parties, I don't know if Esther was still planning on a Super Bowl.
I don't know. I haven't heard.
I haven't heard anything.
Either way, we're going to have one.
Well, either way, yeah, we should have a Super Bowl party. Where at? Don't know. But we should do something, right?
Yeah, so, and to kind of top everything off, trophy's going to be getting handed over here in a bit. Our commissioner's getting the nameplate, getting everything, and then once he does and gets it put on, it's leaving my house. So, yeah. So I got a little bit of time with it. It's going to be a dirty time. John's going to get it back, and it's going to be sticky.
Don't worry, guys. I will clean it thoroughly, and it will be respected in my home.
But
there's something that was nagging at me. It was just it was William when he was saying that like I wasn't Thanos, and I'm not inevitable. I am inevitable. You see this?
Hey, don't touch my trophy. It's still mine.
For a minute. I've got nothing but time.
Well, John, that wraps up our season.
Yeah, this is going to be our last video for the season.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll do it again, but like we did this season.
Yeah.
And that's what matters.
It was one of those that we just kind of, John had come to me, he's like, you know what we should do? When we did the draft, he's like, we should do like we're broadcasting it. And I was like, that'd be fun.
Originally, it wasn't supposed to be a 16-week series, 17 weeks.
It just kind of took off. Like, well, I wouldn't say took off for everybody, but it took off for us. Like, we had fun with it. So that's what we did.
You know, it's been a great time, and I hope everybody's enjoyed the videos at least as much as we enjoyed making them. Yeah, it's been fun. And I think we'll definitely do a draft video again next year at least.
We'll see where it kind of goes from there.
I think we should do the 100-yard dash again.
Yeah.
Only this time, maybe not make it look so incriminating towards us.
Well, we had to try it like 8 times to get it right.
Shut your fucking mouth. We didn't do that. We set it up like one time.
Yeah.
And that was it.
That was actually sheer luck. And you know what?
It was kind of crazy.
I kind of wish I would have gotten like the 5th pick.
And the reason you guys know that we had to set it, we had to like had to be random, is because I would not have let RJ take the number 1 pick over me, and that's the truth. I still would have drafted the same player, but I would have been the number 1 draft pick. So, I am Johnny Walker Red,
and I am Raymond the Chief Rodriguez.
Signing off for the last time. We are inevitable.
Yeah, we inevitable, y'all.